Good morning, everybody. It's Carmine back in New York City talking to you guys about photography every chance I get. Now, we've all heard about Coke Classic and classic cars, but today we have something extra special. Something I really don't touch upon that often. I do, but not that often. Canon cameras and lenses. Today, folks, you will not believe what we have in store. We are on the grounds of one of the most beautiful restored Richmond Town restoration projects. This Richmond Town village is authentic. The buildings here date back 100 or 200 years. It's beautiful. It's open to the public. There's about 20 buildings or so, including a courthouse right over here. It's a classic. This Richmond Town restoration village, I'll call it, is absolutely beautiful. It's a place where photographers, if you come early in the morning like now, and you get golden hour where the sun just bathes all of your subjects in a beautiful yellow gold color, really warms up the photographs. Okay, back to our classic broadcast. Today we have this. This is the Canon 5D Classic. Now, a lot of people will call it the Mark I, but it's not really. It's like Jaws, the movie. The first Jaws was not Jaws 1. They didn't know that there was going to be subsequent Jaws movies, but this is it, folks. This is the Canon EOS 5D Classic. It is an almost 13 megapixel sensor, but here's really why I want to address this camera today in this YouTube video. It is most likely the most inexpensive full frame 35mm DSLR you can get your hands on for $250. Folks, this camera for $250, full frame, 12.8 megapixels, nearly 13 megapixels. But that's not really what I want to emphasize today. What I want to emphasize is that for under $300, you get Canon color science. Now, today, after I click pause, I'm going to photograph this Richmond Town historical village. And I'm going to post those photographs right at the end of this video. And they'll be right out of camera, and you're going to take a look at them. And then you decide if this Canon 5D Classic, or Mark I, as it's also known as, is worth $250, full frame DSLR. Let's just go over some facts. When it came out in 2005, it was $3,300. The ISO range is better than the D3. This one goes down to 100, but it only goes up to 1600. 3 frames per second. Doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're a landscape shooter, you don't really need more than 1 frame, right? On single frame. Interesting thing about, this is a Canon lens on here. It's the Canon 70-200 EF. It's an L lens, 16 elements in 13 groups. Remember what I said, zoom lenses have a lot of elements. They steal light and they steal information. However, the Canon L lines, and by the way, it's a little weird, but Canon put an L in red on these lenses, and the L stands for luxury, believe it or not. This lens came out in 1999, and it's pretty wonderful. Wait till you see the results from today, from the shoot. There is no depth of field scale, which is pretty weird. what's funny is that this lens still today sells for twice as much as the camera body. Well worth it. And by the way, you see how it's this off-white color? That's by design of the engineers to reflect heat, so heat won't distort the elements or the barrel. Let's see what else, guys. Going through this quickly. Oh, the autofocus on the camera and this lens combination are faster than a speeding bullet. Here's the one thing I don't like about the Canon EOS 5D Classic or Mark 1. There's no auto ISO. Now, we all take that for granted in our cameras about having auto ISO, but there is none in this camera, which you could work around it, I'm sure. Okay, guys, so I'm going to pause now. I'm going to photograph this Richmond Town Historic Restoration Village, and you're going to see those photographs right now.